Alrighty, welcome to another 4-on-4 cube draft. It is myself, Sahakvik, the Tom Tracy, and Quiniac. So, new faces to some degree. I haven't teamed with these folks quite as much. We are battling against the Tank, Slacks, Charles Wong, and Luis Salvato. Alright, we got a battle on our hands here. And we don't have a good pack on our hands. This is actually a really weak first pick. What am I going to do here? Before I get into it, one note. My Discord is now open to everyone. We do free cube drafts there, and the fantastic mod team is running a vintage cube team draft league. So the link's in the description if you want to check it out. It's good times. We're trying to build the community of fellow cube aficionados. I don't know. Grist. I hate first picking a two color card that's not even like in two strong colors. Subtlety. Maybe I just take Subtlety. Subtlety is a good card. Seasoned Pyro is also a fine card. Tank's passing to me. Yeah, he drafts whatever. All right, I guess I'll take Subtlety like really unhappily. Kind of wish I'd taken Pyro now because there's a Ragavan that I'm going to take. All right. But that's also just like kind of the luck of the draw. If the Ragavan wasn't in this pack and like a Mana Leak was, I'd be like, wow, I'm glad I took Subtlety. But all right, we'll take Ragavan. That's fine. Subtlety is also really good if we go red-blue tempo. Of course, we're early enough in the draft that who knows what we're going to do. Ooh, I do like Unholy Heat. I also like Oliphant. I think Fairy Mastermind's good, but I don't think, as much as I like Yuta Takahashi, I don't think I'm supposed to take that over one of the other spells. I think I'm just going to take Oliphant. It's just a really good fixing card. There's a lot of replacements for Unholy Heat, though it is one of the better burn spells. I think Chain Lightning and Lightning Bolt are both better, but I think I have Unholy Heat third. It's better than Burst or Firebolt, in my opinion. So... oh, I guess I like a Braid more than Unholy Heat as well. But Oliphant is good if I get a dual land. It's a good way to fetch a dual. It's also a spell you can cast sometimes. A little better in red-black, of course, than blue-red because of the animate stuff. But this is still, it's a start. You work with what you got. All right. Here is, Mystic Confluence. I do love that. All right. I'm glad I took Subtlety. I like Snapcaster, but I don't have any cards that work with it, and I think Mystic Confluence is generally better anyway. So we'll slam a Mystic Confluence over a Snapcaster. There is Gristlebrand and Exhume in the pack, of note. All right, here, I like the colors I'm in, because there's Frantic Search and Deduce and Mishra's Research Desk are all fine. I'm going to take Ketria Triumph because it's a blue-red duel, and I have an Oliphant, so it's kind of like doubling up. Plus, sometimes you do Splash Green. Raucous Theater is also decent. There's also like Scrapwork, Mutt, Revoker. All these cards are playable for me, but I think it's pretty clear. Ketria Triumph. And I don't have anything for Rabblemaster. There's Trinket Mage is what I meant. There's Rabblemaster and Robber of the Rich, and I think they're both pretty solid. There is also Botanical Sanctum or Raging Ravine, because I have this Ketria Triumph, and I could open the door for a Green Splash. But this is a pretty good Rabblemaster style deck, so I think I like that a little more than Robber. Rabblemaster can like solo your opponent, and blue-red is not like that threat dense. It's got a lot of spells in it, whereas Robber is better in like a red-black deck that has a lot more creatures in it because it needs something else to kind of push the offense through. But if you just go turn 3 Rabble, Subtlety their play, and then they're almost just dead at that point. Like you attack them for 6 and have 3 creatures in play. So pretty good start to blue-red tempo, which is a deck I very much enjoy drafting. Here, there's LED. Not really an LED deck. There's Uro. I actually do like Uro, but this isn't really the deck for it. But I'm not going to play Lotus Field. I could take LED. I think I'll just take LED because it's powerful, and maybe I'll pick up Underworld Breach, Brain Freeze. I just don't think any of these other cards are so likely that I'll play. Oh, there's Echo. I like Spire Bluff Canal, but Echo is a really strong card with LED. And getting a late Echo, I think I'm into that. Yeah, all right. Let's do it. Let's take Echo of Eons here and maybe pivot into more of a combo we feel. Because the only card that I would really be less excited about playing is Rabblemaster at that point. Here I'll take Gemstone. I really don't like Coalition Relic that much. I think Coalition Relic's fine to be in the cube for like the true 5-color brews or the Mishra's Workshop decks, but I think in like a 2 or 3 color deck you usually don't want to play it. Mind Collapse is also fine, but I like it in the more assertive version, and I think Gemstone is generally good in this kind of deck too. Here, we've got some green and white cards that I don't really care about. There's Cauldron Complete. I don't see a reason to hate draft that. Let's just take Inspiring Vantage. Maybe we'll want to splash a white card or something. And then here, I guess there's a red-green Surveil land. That's probably fine. I don't think I'm going to play any of the other cards, and I could definitely splash green. Now I have 3 free green sources. It's like if I open Oko or something. There's a Wrath, which I do like that card, but it seems like we're a little far away from that. But I'm not going to show until I could Farseek. Farseek is not an unreasonable pick here because it's not inconceivable that I end up in a deck that can like Farseek into these bigger plays, especially if like red gets a little bit minimized and I end up in blue-green combo. Farseek's a kind of a good like gamble in that direction. And then here, oh, I like Mishra's Research Desk. I think that card has some good outs. Ooh, Land Grant's actually good getting these 2 lands. I don't think I need a green-white land that much. Land Grant's interesting. So if you have no lands in your hand, you cast it for free. You have to reveal your hand though. But if you have no lands in your hand, that's probably the game's progressed a bit. And it gets any forest, which means it can get Ketria Triumph or Commercial District or other duels. Gives you a shuffle, gives you a spell count. I think it's a solid card though. We're still trying it out here in the cube. Okay, going into the next pack. I got Oliphant, or I got Ragavan, then Oliphant, then red dried up a little bit. Here, wow, I just keep opening the worst packs I've ever seen. Like the only first pickable card in this pack is Caracas, which I guess I might still just take. This pack is too weak. I just don't want to first pick a Bone Crusher or Third Path Iconoclast. Not an Oath of Druids or Witness deck yet. Probably won't be an Oath deck either. Duress is also good, but all right, I guess I'll first pick an off-color Caracas when the only legend I have is Ragavan. But like I said, you open the packs you open. And then here, well, I like Dak Faden, especially with Echo of Eons. Tidebinder's good. Aragorn's good too. I just picked up Caracas. Ooh, I don't want to enter the matrix here. Yeah, I mean, I'll just take Dak Faden here. I don't really see an alternative. There's some good black cards here. There's a couple good white cards. I don't really know what Slacks is up to, but one of the reasons I don't mind drafting combos, it can kind of cut Slacks off a little bit. Okay, so here's Time Twister and Fastbond. Kind of brutal to open both, or have both in the same pack, because I really want both of them. There's also a Windswept Teeth. This is actually a good pack. What's it like? But I kind of feel like Fastbond is the pick here. I already have one Time Twister, and Fastbond is what optimizes the Time Twisters more so than just having a lot of Time Twisters. So I guess I'll painfully take Fastbond, and of course now there's Exploration. I could take Crucible. I haven't seen Zuran Orb yet. Tamio is also a nice card that I'd hope to wheel. It just works well in these like kind of combo nonsense decks. I'm going to take the Rabble Master out for the moment. I mean, Ragavan's still good, of course. I guess I just take Exploration here and see if I can get some more big mana stuff. In that case, Sakura Tribe Elder. Lurrus. I love Lurrus. We're just so far. We're the 3 colors that Lurrus isn't. So, all right, let's just take the Sakura Tribe Elder. Follow it up. I mean, Satyr Wayfinder is kind of nice. Puts a land in your hand, can mill Echo. I think I actually wouldn't mind Satyr Wayfinder in this deck. I don't think I need Dress Down too much. All right. Ooh, there we go. Brain Freeze. We already have Lion's Eye. We have Echo. Yeah, this is exactly what we want. Passing Ramanop when we have Fastbond Exploration. You know, I would get the Crucible back, I guess. I don't need Thundering Falls too much because I already have the Ketria Triumph, but Brain Freeze is the perfect pickup. All right. I like where we're at, and there's a shot that in pack 3 we get a Breach and just have a monster of a deck. All right, here I'm just going to have to take Chaos Defiler. I'm not going to play it most likely, but this card is by far the best card in the pack, and I'm not playing any of these cards, so let's just hate the Chaos Defiler. Okay, Witness and Manamorphose both came back. Passing a bunch of black cards, but don't care about that too much. I think this looks like a Manamorphose deck. Witness is nice with like Satyr Wayfinder, but Manamorphose can add to Storm Count and then just, I don't know, cycling that fix your mana for free is pretty nice. And then here, Courser of Crufix with Exploration and Fastbond. Yeah, I'm into that. I think I'll go for that. Huatli is also good, but Huatli gets a little bit worse when you're not attacking them, when you don't care about making her into 2/3/3s, which is a nice mode, but I think that this deck is just going to mostly care about getting lands into play. Courser makes me not want to play Land Grant a little bit, because revealing Land Grant on top when you have Courser in play is like kind of a beating. Oh, and then here, I mean, there is Jetmir's Gardens, but there's also Once Upon a Time. I do like Once Upon a Time. I like it a little less when I have not that many creatures in my deck, but I guess I have Oliphant too. Yeah, Jetmir's Gardens doesn't seem mandatory. Though Farseek and Land Grant and Once Upon a Time, again, make Courser just a little bit weaker. I guess Courser does have some issues just in general, doesn't it? Oh, Crucible came back. So did Noise Marine, which is a kind of funny win condition. It's 5 mana, 3/2 Cascade, but then also when it ETBs, it deals damage equal to the number of spells you played to any target. So it by itself in the Cascade spell, it's 2, but this is clearly a Crucible pick. I like Doomsday too, but it's not the time. We got past some pretty late white, so I guess I'll take Tribal Flames as the best card to hate. Tarmogoyf is a pretty good sideboard card. I could definitely see playing that. All right. Can I get one good open? Like, my first picks has been Subtlety and Caracas. It's just horrendous. Any Time Walks. Oh, Ancestral Recall. Okay. It works. See, bargaining with the universe. It does work. All right. I'm going to take Ancestral Recall and pass Parallax Wave, Mind Twist. Cards I don't care about. All right. Well, Ancestral that is. This makes me want regrowth effects more, so... Sorry about that Eternal Witness, but I mean, if I find a regrowth, that would be nice. Tamio's already gone too. And I kind of like where I'm at now. Opening Ancestral does do that. And then second pick, well, So there's Bloodstained Mire, which I do like fetch lands, especially if I end up in a Crucible spot. It can get all 3 colors, but tapped or red untapped. But also I might pick up blue-red untapped duel or red-green untapped duel. There's also Breeding Pool, but the fetch land is just too much more powerful. Nothing else here really strikes my fancy. Though Probe, Thought Scour, Iteration, I mean, I would like to get one of those back. It seems reasonable. Oh, okay. Mystical Tutor is really nice here because my main weakness is I only have the one Time Twister because I had to pass actual Time Twister, but I can now get it and I have an Ancestral to get, so take Mystical Tutor here. Really hoping for Underworld Breach. That's by far the best card I could see. Though, honestly, I wouldn't hate seeing a Zuran Orb either. Yeah, I mean, here's a Spellseeker, passing from the Catacombs, and hoping to get back a regrowth, but Spellseeker looks awesome here to get Ancestral or Brain Freeze. Also, of note, Bayou would be useful in making Bloodstained Mire into untapped green, but we'll see if that one comes back on the wheel here. And then here, the Underworld Breach isn't looking likely at this point, I'm afraid to say. We have Wooded Foothills, which is the same as Mire, but also gets untapped green. We also have Verdant, which is worse. And there's Ponder, which is fantastic. I do like Ponder, but I don't know. I have Research Desk. I have, obviously, Ancestral. I'm just looking at the little cantrip type effects I have. I think I just want Wooded Foothills here. I'm not taking Wasteland either. Wasteland's not the kind of thing this deck's up to. Here there's Fractured Identity, which I can't really cast. I have an Inspiring Vantage. I didn't take the Jetmir's Gardens. I think I might just take Flame Slash. Also a good card to get with Spellseeker too. Passing a late Fractured, but that's fine. Oh, there's Zuran Orb. Okay. Zuran Orb is nice because now Crucible, Zuran Orb, Fastbond, infinite mana, infinite life. If I find a Sunbait Canyon type land, if one of those comes back, it's also infinite cards. And with this much card draw, I feel like I have a good chance of picking it up. So I will take the Zuran Orb here. Sorry, Titania. I've got to cut a couple cards here. Pick 8. Yeah, no breach. But, oh, Sail into the West. Another draw 7 is just perfect. Okay, so that is that. That's our deck. And Saheeli came back around. I'm not sure what Saheeli does for us, if anything. I don't think anything too useful. Young Pyro is also just fine, but I could see Young Pyro as a sideboard against a deck that's attacking on the ground. You can make a decent amount of tokens with it. All right, here. So this is actually a tough pick. I'm passing a Dark Ritual to tank who maybe has a Mind Twist, but Fiery Islet to go with our infinite combo, I have to take that. I think it makes this deck actually significantly better because it's a combo piece that can live in my graveyard. Imagine I'm comboing off, milling cards, doing whatever, and then I go Crucible, Fastbond, Zuran Orb, and this is just in my graveyard. I draw my whole deck. So I think I got to do that. I don't think I'm going to play either white card. I'll just take the Garruk and just pass all the white cards. Oh, Bayou? Bayou's great. Oh, Regrowth's also great here, though. How much do I care that Mire can get untapped green? It's not nothing. Regrowth Ancestral's too good, though. I think it's too powerful. Oh, Lotus Cobra, I like that, too. I don't care about Rex Sage. I don't care about their stuff. Do I want to take Elite Spellbinder or Scion of Draco? I'm not going to play the Scion because I'm not going to have any black or white lands in my deck. So I guess I'll just hate the Spellbinder. I don't think Tank's going to play it. Not a crop rotation deck either. All right, this is an interesting one. Let's build it and see what it looks like. All right, so we got a lot of cards. This actually ended up working really nicely. I think I think that this deck ended up pretty sweet. Also, this is why, I mean, Ancestral isn't as good as Time Walk. If I had Time Walk, it would be going off. But the kind of point remains that when you get a card like this, it's a 10 out of 10 card, right? No better cards in Magic, really, than these cards. You can just draft around them. I even got it in Pack 3, but picking up Spellseeker, Mystical Tutor, Regrowth. And one of the things that I think is really cool about Cube, I've talked about this before, is when you have cards like Regrowth, which this card is not good for most people's decks, even green decks. Like, I could show you 7 green decks in a row that just wouldn't want to put this card in their deck, but it's actually really good in my deck because I have a bust card to get back. That changing of value, I think, adds a really cool aspect where you get rewarded for knowing which of your cards work really well with these kind of like niche cards. And, well, Ancestral does do a lot of heavy lifting here. So this is basically, if you count Oliphant as a land, and I actually don't think I'm going to play Caracas because I have no white mana, and the only legend I have is Ragavan. Don't care about that. This is currently 14 lands, and I want to play like 17 or 18. Well, actually, this is kind of like 15 lands if you count Land Grant, which I think is decent here. I can go get an untapped green, tapped blue-red green, or tapped red-green scry. Getting a Breeding Pool would have been the nuts, but I still think Bloodstained Mire was better. And now that I have Crucible, Fastbond, of course, it ended up being better. So the argument against Land Grant is Courser. I think I'm going to cut Sakura Tribe Elder and Farseek. The reason is I have both Exploration and Fastbond. I'd rather just draw one of those enchantments and all lands in concert with those. So currently now we're at 17 lands if you count Oliphant and Land Grant. I'm leaning towards cutting Land Grant because of Courser. Though they kind of also do combo. If you've got Courser in play and Land Grant in your hand, you can use this as a shuffle effect, which is nice. Subtlety, actually not the best Subtlety deck. This deck has Ancestral and Echo and Mystic Confluence, which I really don't want to, and Sail into the West. I don't really want to pitch any of those. I think I'll take Subtlety out, especially with Fastbond and Exploration. I think the deck is probably fast enough that I can afford to do that. Now we're at effective 18 lands, and I wouldn't even mind a 19th. Though I guess Once Upon a Time and Satyr Wayfinder help with that. Oh man, Satyr Wayfinder missing on Land Grant too. All right, maybe Land Grant's not it. So this is now 17 lands plus an Oliphant, and Once Upon a Time is like a half land, and a Satyr Wayfinder and a Manamorphose. Okay, I'm liking this, and I think Cobra is good when you have Exploration and Fastbond. Flame Slash has a little bit of interaction I can pick up with Spellseeker, and then Ragavan, because just when it's in your opening hand, it is busted. All right, this looks pretty sick to me. Let me figure out the lands. It's not going to be very hard. I'm sure I'm just playing one mountain, because one mountain gives me 7 red sources already, plus Once Upon a Time, Wayfinder, Manamorphose. And all I have is Flame Slash, Ragavan, and Dak. Yeah, that one mountain is good. I do need the mountain, but one is plenty. And Bloodstained Mire has 1, 2, 3 things to get. Oh, now I'm kind of wishing I took Breeding Pool, actually. And then probably like 5 islands and 5 forests or something along those lines. Let's see, 5 islands gives me 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blue. That's pretty good. And then that leaves me 6 forests. Oh, that's awesome. So 6 forests plus Oliphant, Wooded Foothills, Ketria, Triumphs, 9, Mire. That's 11 green. This is looking great. I like the way this deck looks. Let's see what our teammates are up to. All right, my teammates have actually done very well for themselves. So Sahakvik has a red-black Reanimator deck with like Mox Diamond, Mana Vault, Looting, Bitter Union, Blood Tithe, Scrapwork, lots of discard outlets. Liliana with Necromancy, Recurring Nightmare, Goryo's Vengeance, Sneak Attack, awesome. And what big creatures? Oh, nothing much. Just Emrakul, Gristlebrand, Italia, Atraxa, just the nuts. Plus Bonehor, Dracosaur, and Goldspan to go with the like Mana Vault openers. Love this deck. Tom has a failed Academy deck. He's got a Tellurian Academy in the sideboard. He wasn't super happy where he ended up, and I agree with him. This is a fine Esper deck with like, he got a super late Dark Ritual, so I'm glad I didn't hate that. But like Dark Ritual, Spell Pierce, Demonic Tutor, Mind Twist, Vindicate, Counterspell, Arcane Denial, Force. Well, yeah, very solid. decent mana. Library of Alexandria is nice too. Colonnade, Raugrin Triome, Urborg, Watery Grave, Eagles. A nice Shinobi deck. So this deck's okay, but not obviously not busted. And then Quinn's deck is nice. Has to cut non-basics to have enough basics with tons of non-basic lands and a Mox Emerald hiding in there. Pilgrim Birds, Gilded Goose, Noble, Deathrite, and Green Suns ramping all the way up into Gut, Grist, Court of Garenbrig, Seasoned Engineer, Shield Dread, Undermountain Adventure, Natural Order for Woodfall Primus, From the Catacombs. Like, I really like this deck too. So, all right, this looks like a pretty solid set of decks. Let's get to round one here. Alrighty, time for round one. Battle against Slacks here, and totally fine hand. Turn one, I'm going to cycle Oliphant and probably just get basic Mountain. I don't really want to tap land here because I'm going to go Forest, cycle Oliphant, play Mountain on turn two, play Lotus Cobra, and then, well, we'll go from there. We'll see what turn three has to offer. Obviously, Dak Faden is kind of the obvious play, and then if the Cobra gets dealt with, I can still play Dak. And if the Cobra doesn't, I might have the mana to play a Mishra's Research Desk while I'm at it. Though it is kind of nice to discard Mishra's Research Desk to Dak as well, since you get to flash it back for value. So it's kind of like getting the card out of it for free. All right, Island go, sure. Mountain, draw, Mountain, Cobra. I mean, I could have gotten a tap land, but then if the Cobra gets countered or killed, then I can't play Dak on turn three. It just didn't seem like that was necessary. It's not like I needed the other lands. All right, let's go Island, add blue, and then cast Dak this way. See if it resolves. Looks like not. Reprieve. All right. I'll just play the Research Desk. I don't think... I think that using the Research Desk next turn is a decent option, so I don't really need to save it in hand to discard. Like, I'll have plenty of things to discard. Jesse here on blue-white control, looks like. Sheldock Isle is pretty good. That card is good. It's going to be on a lot against me. Ooh, I do like that. What is our plan? I think I'm going to start by just using the Research Desk. All right, this works out fine. I'll get another Forest, I guess. Play the Forest. Add a blue. And I'm going to go ahead and cast Dak Faden, or try to. All right. And then I'll Dak myself. Sail into the west. I don't mind that. I'm going to discard Brain Freeze, I think. I think I just discard Regrowth here. He would have countered Dak, I believe, if he could have. So I'm just going to play Fastbond, play Forest, and I'm just going to sail into the west now. Go for the Gusto. If this doesn't work, then I suppose I will have to rebuild with Dak and Mishra's Research Desk, but this seems like a pretty good way to get things going. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There we go. Let's draw 7. He has 6 cards in hand. He can cash them in for 7. He doesn't have any counters in hand. He might want to. His hand was Coalition Relic, Parallax Wave, Batterskull, lands. All right. I guess I could just go for it. Why not, right? I can go infinite this turn. Add blue, take a damage, Wooded Foothills. Add blue, take a damage. I guess I'll sack the Foothills. And I'll just get a Forest, and I'll add red now. Sure. Red, Commercial District. I'm trying to add as much mana as possible so that I play around to miscalculation type effects. Courser. Yeah, I'll put that in my graveyard. I don't think I need that very much. Add another blue and take another damage. And then cast a Crucible of Worlds. Pretty nice little turn 4. I'm not going to lie. So Jesse has to have... Can't have Force of Will. My teammate has that. He could have Force of Negation, because most Memory Lapse would also, I guess, do it in terms of countering something right now. But there's not a whole lot else that will stop this. Okay, and play Wooded Foothills. Add more mana. And I can also, at some point, do something with this Mystical Tutor if I need to. Zuran Orb. This was nice. I did not anticipate this working out quite so nicely. Sack these, Sack the commercial district. Wow, infinite surveils. Would you look at that? And green and blue, doesn't really matter what. Oh, no, I don't want to get out of here. What are you thinking? All right. And so I have infinite mana. Now I can Mystical Tutor. I guess I'll just get Echo of Eons. And let's bring back Mishra's Research Desk. And then I'm going to get to Echo here. So let's just, assuming Jesse's giving me all this mana, I'll just get the mana now, just to make sure I have all the mana floating. And then I'll be able to use Research Desk and then cast an Echo of Eons with infinite mana floating, which will, I would say, effectively guarantee victory. All right, hold on. Let's just auto yield to these now at this point. And auto yield to Fastbond. Land, blue, land. This has exceeded my expectations. This is a good game one. My deck, the DAC into Sail into the West plus land into the Crucible orb combo is pretty nice. And I could also commercial district to mill the Echo of Eons, which is a pretty funny way to combo, but I don't think I need to do that here because I have infinite mana, so I'd rather Research Desk so I cast Echo. And if somehow I brick on Echo, I can just cast Echo again. And that also works. All right. The other thing I like about this combo is it is relatively fast. Like, the Salvager's combo is not very fast, whereas this adds mana relatively quickly. All right, I'm going to just play these lands out, and then I'm going to cast the Echo here. Well, I guess I'll Mishra's Research Desk and then cast Echo. And I haven't had to show Ancestral yet, which is kind of nice, though. It's not like you can really play around Ancestral very much. So I'm not too worried about that. All right. We've got plenty of mana here. No reason to play the commercial district yet. And let's crack Research Desk. Echo and Ragavan. Play commercial district. I'm going to play this because I want I want all my lands in play before I Echo here. I'll put on top because I don't really want to show him anything else. And then I'll cast Echo of Eons. And hopefully that'll do the trick. Yeah, so this is Brain Freeze for enough at this point, for sure. But I'll play Satyr Wayfinder. Now they know about the Ancestral. Cast the Oliphant. And then this is Brain Freeze for enough. Assuming Jesse doesn't have an Eldrazi. And if he does, I'll figure out a way to win. I'm not too concerned. Okay, he conceded, and whew, that was game one. All right, sideboarding against blue-white. Do I want Subtlety? I don't want Tarmogoyf. Tarmogoyf is for like, and I don't want Gemstone Caverns. I ended up in a Fastbond Exploration deck again. I just don't think it's good when you have those enchantments. It's just not a good combo. I think Tarmogoyf's a good sideboard against like ground creature aggro, like red-black or something, but against blue-white, I don't think it's good. Flame Slash, I'm not sure if it's good, but he probably has Stoneforge Mystic if he's got Batterskull, so I guess I'll keep that in for now. And go to game two here. On the draw, that was a pretty nice little combo. Didn't look like he has had a lot of counterspells so far. Had Reprieve was the only one we've seen. So despite like, we drew him 7, he didn't have a counter. We drew him 7, he didn't have a counter. Oh, okay. Yeah, this hand looks great. Obviously, I need to draw lands. This is why I like playing lots of lands in this kind of deck. Esper Sentinel, that's pretty good. I think drawing Wooded Foothills actually helps a lot here. Actually, let's just get... Do I want to get Ketria Triumph or Mountain? No, I should just get Ketria Triumph. I changed my mind. I didn't really want to play Exploration and have him draw a card here. I think I'd rather try to Ragavan him. All right. Land. Dash Ragavan. Probably get answered in some way. Daze. Oh, man. All right. Well, now I can play Exploration, pay the 1, play 2 lands, play Research Desk because I already paid the 1. Esper Sentinel's good, though. It slowed this hand down considerably. Okay, what you got, Mr. Hampton? No more pressure. Okay. I guess I'll play this land. I'll cast Exploration. Pay 1. And go. Oh, getting Spell Quellered. I don't like that. I guess I'll play Research Desk. No, I'm just going to Mystical Tutor here. And I'm just going to get Ancestral. I had to do it now because I already paid for the Esper Sentinel. Luminarch. Oh, on Esper Sentinel? Stacking up the counters. Because what that does is now I have to pay 2. All right, this is a much stronger start on his part. Let's play a land. Let's Ancestral myself. Pay the 2. All right, can I get a Flame Slash? Ooh, that was bad. All right. Let's play this Mishra's Research Desk. The way this worked out, I would have been better served just casting Exploration and biting the bullet on him drawing a card. But, okay, he ended up being a little bit more aggressive than I thought. This hand, there's no cards in hand? Yeah, this hand, he played out a pretty sick hand here. I think I'm basically dead. I mean, I'm at 6 now. Yeah, my hand was great, but his hand was even greater. All right, well, let's cast Manamorphose. He draws a card. Add blue-green, sure. Dak Fade in, but he can just tap the artifact. So that doesn't work. Sail into the west. Let's cross our fingers and sail. I don't really know. I mean, well, no, that's not true. I know what I can draw into. I can draw into Fastbond Zuran Orb and then Fastbond Zuran Orb Crucible. Let's do it. Let's do it. Well, you know what? We got outs. Fastbond. Land. Take 1. Land. Take 1. Cobra. Land. Take another 1. Let's add blue. Crack the Research Desk, and if I find some action here, there's Zuran Orb. All right. Yeah, Zuran Orb actually is still good. Zuran Orb. Play a forest. Add a red so I can get the Research Desk back. Yeah, that's fine. And now I'm going to play the LED. I guess I don't need to crack LED yet. I can see what I hit. If I Research Desk into Crucible here, it's going to be so unbelievably sick because I can play LED and cast Crucible. And Jesse's going to be rightfully very mad. Let's do it. Let's do it. Crucible. Come on. All right. Spellseeker, LED. I'm technically not dead because I have all these lands to sacrifice. I'm very close to brain freezing him out is actually like the sick part. Okay. Crucible right there would have been so unbelievably good. And I don't have a whole lot left to get. Do I just have the brain freeze? Oh, regrowth as well. Yeah, all right. Well, I'll get regrowth then. Pass the turn. I can chump. And I'm taking, let's say I block with Cobra. Yeah, so I block with Cobra and Spellseeker, and I take a little bit of damage. There's Fairy Mastermind, sure. I take, well, a lot of damage. Assuming I block the Construct and the Esper Sentinel, I take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I go to -5, so I have to sack 3 lands. And then I regrowth Sail into the West, or something along those lines. Maybe Ancestral. I'm pretty close to dead, but like this has been a pretty sick comeback. If I hit Crucible there and I would have gotten infinite mana. Oh, I would have won. Commercial District is so sick in this deck. If I hit Crucible there, I would have gotten infinite mana, infinite life, and infinite surveils. I'd eventually surveil Echo into the graveyard. Oh, wow. Is this deck cracked? I mean, killing the Fastbond is going to make my life a little harder. Or the Zuran Orb, actually, either one. Well, if he kills one of these two, I mean, obviously he's going to kill one of those two. That kind of makes me think I have to regrow Sail into the West because I no longer need to just find Crucible. I need to find Echo. All right. Let's gain. So gaining 6 life puts me at 1. Because right now I'm going to take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 6 mana. Yeah, I guess that's fine. I don't really think I'm going to win here, but it was a valiant comeback nonetheless. If he's got Council's Judgment, then he can kill a blocker and I'm dead. If he has any way to kill a blocker, anything that removes one of my blockers kills me. So I assume I'm dead here. Palace Jailer. All right. Whew. Almost a nice comeback though. All right. So going to game 3. Yeah, I mean, blue-white tempo. Do I want Subtlety over Flame Slash? Or do I want something else? I still like the Flame Slash. I don't think I want Young Pyromancer. I mean, Young Pyromancer are not crazy to consider because it does put a bunch of tokens into play, but I think he's just going to get me with flyers anyway. I don't know. Let's just turn 1 on the play at game 3. All right. On the play. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely keeping this hand just because Spellseeker can get Ancestral Recall. I have blue, so I don't need to get Triumph turn 1. I'm going to play this, try to find Fastbond or Exploration. Satyr Wayfinder. I'm going to graveyard that for 2 reasons. One is that I don't really need another land, so that's not that helpful. And then the second is if I mill Ancestral with that thing, it just makes my hand so much weaker that seems pretty bad to do. I would have milled Echo. That's like the one upside. All right, well, that's a shame. If I draw LED, I'm pretty happy with that Echo draw. If I draw Fastbond or Exploration, I'm pretty happy also because I do want that eventually. I'm really hoping my Spellseeker doesn't get dazed here. Looks like it's not going to be. All right, let's get Ketria Triumph. Pass the turn. Pump the Novice Inspector. I think just for mana purposes, I'm going to let Jesse get another +1/+1 counter out of this because I'm going to Spellseeker here for Ancestral. All right, no daze. Nice. And let's get Ancestral Recall. Pass the turn. Also, saving Flame Slash is nice because if he goes land, go, and I go Ancestral and he goes Spell Queller, the Flame Slash will get my Ancestral back, which is also nice. All right, he's going to hit me for 4 here. I'll take it because blocking with Spellseeker later is obviously more life saved. And I kind of hope he has Spellseeker or Spell Queller. If that's his turn 3 play, I'm going to be like fairly happy with the outcome. I think I go Forest, Ancestral myself, and I feel like that puts me in a pretty good spot most of the time. Really would like to see one of my green enchantments. I'm taking some damage here, which makes the whole thing a little bit dicier. Oh, we're casting something. I guess we don't have Spell Queller. Okay. Or he has Spell Queller, but he doesn't want to get his whole turn milled. So if he passes with 3 mana up, let's say I didn't have the Flame Slash, I could just wait on Ancestral, but obviously because I do have Flame Slash, I'm happy enough just casting Ancestral on myself. Fairy Mastermind. Oh, okay. Oh, that's fine. This is not fine. Oh, come on. All right, I'll kill the Luminarch here because it just deals a lot of damage over the course of the game. And then I'm going to pass. There's no point in brain freezing myself. Well, yeah, I mean, I drew the worst spell in my deck. Brain freeze is only good, obviously, once you're like winning. And 2 more lands. So if I don't draw Exploration or Fastbond here, I'm going to lose pretty bad pretty fast. What are we flickering? Okay, he's not. He doesn't want another clue here. No land. All right, cool. Well, this is how I'm going to lose. I'm basically just dead now. I drew like 7 land in a row. Like my opening hand was all those cards plus and I drew Echo, Brain Freeze, and I think 6 lands were my draws. So that's a shame because I love my deck, but this is one of the harder matchups in general. Thing is, if I cast Echo, I just can't win. There's nothing that I can be done. So I guess I can dash a Ragavan. I don't really know what I could hit off his board that'll do anything, but I can try. All right, something really good. A Mind Stone. Sure, I guess I'll play Mind Stone. If I crack it and hit Echo of Eons, that could be something. Or Lion's Eye Diamond. All right, I'll play the Zuran Orb. He's gonna spell Queller the Zuran Orb now. No. All right, I'll pass. I could Brain Freeze him for 12. That doesn't do anything. So this puts me to -3. I have to sack 2 lands. All right, if I draw Fastbond off the top, I guess I can get out of this. This would be quite an unlikely comeback, but I got to play for it. Oh, man. Yeah, awkward draws for sure. You could also argue that I didn't want Ragavan in my deck, but I think it's fine. Like, at worst, it just trades for something. Like, if I had it turn 1, it would have traded for Novice Inspector, and that would have saved me a good amount of damage. All right. Go to 6. And go to 8. Okay, I'm at 1. And I still can't cast Echo to get out of this, unfortunately. Lauren. I have to sack at least 1 land. I think I have to sack 2, actually. Because then if I draw Fastbond, I can Fastbond, play 4 lands. And, man, I guess I sack 3. All right. And this gives me more Fastbond opportunity here, and we didn't get there. All right, well, a bummer of a match, but you know what? Hope to do better the rest. All right, playing a Salvato round 2 here. And yeah, I like this hand. I get to start with Once Upon a Time, decide what I want to play as my land on turn 1, and then I could Mystical for Ancestral. It's kind of painful playing the Fiery Islet. Let's see. Let me see what Salvato is up to here. As usual, he's playing like green. Yeah, it looked like a multicolored green deck. Flash Worm, Archon, Shallow Grave, Green Ramp. So a brew as usual. That's all right. Well, what that means, though, is that Mystical for Ancestral and take a bunch of extra damage off Fiery Islet, I think is fine. So I will start with Once Upon a Time. Because the other thing is, if I find Ketria Triome or Basic Island or anything like that, I will just play that instead. So we'll see what we get. All right, Salvato mulligan to 6 here. Let's Once Upon a Time into Island, Commercial District, Lotus Cobra, Wayfinder. I'm just going to get the Island, I think. I think I'm just going to Mystical, Ancestral, and hope to find Exploration or Fastbond, and then from there, I should be in pretty decent shape, if I do. And if I don't, then, you know, I found something else instead. Bloodstained Mire, go. And this is where Regrowth really shines. I get to go get Ketria Triome here, and then Regrowth Ancestral, and then Ancestral again. And at that point, surely I can find the Fastbond or Exploration. I could still draw. Oh, there's Exploration. Now we're popping off. Land. Regrowth Ancestral Recall. I could Regrowth Mystical Tutor for like a draw 7, but I don't think I'm going to. Just going to Ancestral pass the turn. But now we're just playing so many more lands. Like next turn, I can go Courser Dak. Courser, see if my top card's a land. If it is, get value. Dak. I could also Dak and Crucible. Like I could go Crucible, replay Mire, get Mountain, play out normal land, get Dak, and then discard 2 lands. I wouldn't hate that either. Oh, geez. Okay. Well, definitely could lose to this. Let's see what Salvato's got here. Ulamog, the Infinite Gyro. On the Ketria Triome? All right. I guess I probably lose then. He's at 4. Interesting. I think I'm going to cast Dak Faden and Dak myself. Discard Echo Oliphant. Play a land. Then play a Satyr Wayfinder. And get a Wooded Foothills in hand. Sure. Mill a Zuran Orb. And then pass. And so I guess Ulamog is going to hit me. I'm going to take 10 down to 8. I sack 4 permanents. I'm not sure what to sack. I might sack Exploration, though I guess sacking a land is kind of the same as sacking Exploration. I'm definitely sacking Wayfinder. I think I sack Dak Faden as well, because the way I see it, Dak Faden is not... Like, I'm going to see a lot of cards by flashing back Echo. I assume he's attacking me. I like how it doesn't show you. Yeah, he's attacking me. I mean... What if I sack Wayfinder, Dak, Fiery Islet, and I guess Forest? Yeah. Keeping Exploration and 2 lands, and then I'm going to cast Echo of Eons and hope to hit Fastbond. Oko, sure, that doesn't do anything. All right, let's see what I can hit. Mountain doesn't do much. Land. Echo of Eons and Prey. Zuran Orb doesn't do it. All right. Damn. Turn 3 Ulamog. Otherwise, I was just cruising. I was really far ahead that game. But I mean, Ulamog is Ulamog. I think I want to put Subtlety in because it does stop the channel thing pretty nicely. Flame Slash looks kind of mid, so I'll take Flame Slash out. And I think this is where I'm going to submit here. All right, on the play, let's see what we got. Basically the same hand. That's fine. And I think it's better to go Island because I can go Island, Mystical for Ancestral, turn 2 Ancestral, and if I draw one of my enchantments, then I get to cast it and then do all those things. And then if I don't, I'll just play the Ketria Triumph. All right, Ancestral myself. Could also play the Mishra's Research Desk. I guess that's actually probably better. I've got all my colors of mana. I don't really need Ketria Triumph in play. So I'd rather just use my mana better because I have all these untapped lands to play. Okay. Yeah, that's the way it's going to be, I guess. What's getting channeled into play here? It doesn't really matter. I'm not going to beat any of it. Like if I draw Fastbond off the top, I've got like kind of a chance, but such a bummer. I think this deck's really good. I've drafted these kind of decks a lot, and this deck is a good version. It has both the enchantments, Fastbond and Exploration, that is, Ancestral with a couple ways to tutor for it, some good draw 7s, Fastbond, Zuran Orb, Crucible. I mean, you've seen how the games have played out. Like that last draw against Salvato beats most things. Turn 3 Channel is still pretty good. And then against Jesse, I had that almost insane comeback into just getting completely walloped game 3 when I Ancestral into 5 land in a row. So, you know, you take some hits and you keep on going. But it's just kind of a bummer. It looks like I'm going to be 0-2 with a deck that I like quite a bit. Here's Kozilek. Well, this is slightly more beatable than Ulamog in the sense that if I draw Fastbond right now, I could win. Whereas like Ulamog would kill one of my lands, make it even that much harder. But it's still not really beatable if I don't draw almost exactly Fastbond right now. I mean, I guess I get a chance to Mishra's Research Desk into it as well. At which point, if I Research Desk into it, I'll have to have drawn a land on my draw step and then sail into the west, and really draw well after sail into the west. But hey, look, at least we have outs. Most decks can't even come close to beating a turn 2 Eldrazi. I can at least pretend like I can beat one, and then ultimately not. And this is a Mox. We have more plays. I can't beat this play. I don't need more. And then a Thundering Falls. Sure. Kind of immaterial. Oh, he's got a bunch of Eldrazi, so I guess I can't even Brain Freeze him to death. But once I draw infinite mana, I could figure something out. All right. Research Desk into Fastbond. Nope. All right. Well, that's an 0-2 start. Let's see if we can get one here. All right, I'm on the play and playing against a companion over here. Luris of the Dream Den. Oh, Well, here we go. This is a hand. This hand I would assume I'm going to win on the play. We'll see. I get to cast Once Upon a Time and then go Fastbond dash Ragavan, which is pretty nice. Let's see if we can do some action here. All right, so let's go Once Upon a Time. A land is actually not bad, but I think... No, I still don't need to catch you a Triumph here. Let's just go Forest, Fastbond. Also, the tank mold to 5. Ragavan. And then getting an untapped land also means I might be able to play something off Luris here. Containment Priest? Yeah, sure. I guess I'd be willing to play that. I think it's probably worth playing Containment Priest. I have a lot of mana, not much to do with it here. I'm casting my Ragavan. It's not like Priest does anything for me here. All right. I guess I'll allow it. This is the beatdown mode of this deck. Ooh, I don't mind a Mystic Confluence. If Ragavan gets bolted or plowed or something here, then, we'll still get to play a game where I get to Mishra's Research Desk. But, it's hitting? Yeah. Another creature, and I would just drop the hammer here. All right, I hit... Must have hit a land, I mean. Research Desk. I'm going to crack the Research Desk because I have until the end of my next turn. But if I hit a land, I'll just play it. Oliphant and Manamorphose. I guess I'll just... No, I'll take Manamorphose. I don't think Oliphant's a little ambitious. Okay, Ragavan comes back. And maybe a blocker now. Thalia. Well, Thalia's a good one. Thalia's one of the best cards you could play in this spot, I would imagine. Let's cast Manamorphose. Let's add red-blue. I didn't really think about Courser. Just cast Ragavan. Play Commercial District. Put in my graveyard. Oh man, and that would have been... I would have gotten to play that off Courser too. It's okay. I'll play Courser next turn. Or I'll potentially leave Mystic Confluence up. Okay. Pass. No, I'll just play Courser. I think the potential for value is too high. Oh, Crucible of Worlds, huh? All right. Well, I don't mind that. Let's just wait and draw that. I don't think I need to do any Mishra's Research Desk action here. Though, I guess Mishra's Research Desk is Unearth. Maybe I do, because I can unearth. The only risk that I'm not really thrilled with about that is if I unearth Desk and use it, and I see Crucible plus Zuran Orb, I'm exiling half my combo. I would prefer not to do that. I don't really think I'm in such a big hurry that I have to. So I think this is the plan here. Okay. Let's pass the turn. No plays on 3 mana. Huh. So what do we have? You got to have something here. Cathar Commando it is. All right. You're going to blow up Courser? You're going to blow up Fastbond? You know the Crucible's coming. Wow. If I had Manamorphosed in a green, it would have worked so much better. All right. Well, losing Fastbond's not too bad here. I guess I'll just play a land off the top or out of my graveyard, depending on what happens. And what is this? Ballista or something? And, yep. Okay, Ballista for 2. You can shoot down Ragavan, but that doesn't really accomplish too much. You could attack with Thalia, I guess. That's not that good, because then if I block with Containment Priest plus Courser. Okay, let's just draw for the turn. That's why I didn't do it. That's why I didn't use the Mishra's Research Desk. So funny. Let's see. Currently, I have the mana to use Crucible, but I can't. I think I'm just going to play Crucible, play the island out of my graveyard. I don't want to sack Fiery Islet because I actually want more lands in play. And I could Mishra's Research Desk. But again, like, I know my top card's good, so I'm just paying 3 mana to draw to cycle it. I feel like Mishra's Research Desk can do a bit more than that. I'm not really under any pressure right now. Obviously, I don't love that there's a Thalia in play, but end of turn, I could at some point cast Mystic Confluence and bounce it. Okay, Lurrus into hand. I like that, because that gives me a turn where Mystic Confluence is going to be good. Let's see. That costs 6. So let's go Zuran Orb, pay 1. I don't mind drawing Spellseeker, actually. Let's draw off Fiery Islet. Just play the island off the top. And then pass the turn with Mystic Confluence up. And I'm not dying here. I feel like I'm doing fine. If Tank doesn't play Lurrus, that's fine. I'll probably just still end of turn Confluence, bounce Thalia, draw 2 cards or something. Yeah, Lurrus. Now I go counter, bounce, draw, counter, bounce, and then draw. And then if Tank has land to replay Thalia, that's also fine. My deck can beat Thalia. Like, it's not like I need to play 17 spells in the same turn or anything like that. But oh, it doesn't even have the land. Okay, well that's just gonna make things a lot easier, because now Ancestral is my top card. I don't actually think I care about Ancestral, because what I think I'm going to do, I could just Spellseeker for Regrowth and Regrowth Fastbond. Let's see. If I yeah, and then I have Mystical Tutor to go get Ancestral if this doesn't work somehow. Oh, there's the draw 7. And then boom. And then hopefully this means I just gain infinite life and just win the game here. I don't think I have to go through all of it. And indeed I don't. All right, up a game here against Lurrus. Subtlety is probably good against a Lurrus deck, I would imagine. Brain Freeze still seems like a fine way to win the game. I still like Dak. Oh, looks like they got a sideboard here. Okay, we're back. Sometimes people forget to add lands to their sideboard because you can't in challenges, so you just concede out and restart. Tarmogoyf also looks okay against random ground attackers. Like red-white, I think we'll have a little bit of an issue with it. I probably just end up cutting a land is my guess. Oh, I might just cut Ragavan. Ragavan, I mean, it was obviously outstanding that game. It's not good against Thalia. It's not good against Ballista. It's not good against like just random creatures. And I'm on the draw here. Young Pyromancer, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I don't have enough actual spells for Young Pyromancer. And I need to cut one more. I could cut a land. I am running one land above. I had the luxury of doing that, but I guess I can probably afford to cut one here. All right. This game, I would consider mulling this on the draw. If I draw Exploration or Fastbond, this hand goes hard though. All right, I'll keep. I don't like having Brain Freeze in my opener, but I do have, oh, nice. I like it. Tank did not submit Lurrus game 2, which I actually think makes perfect sense. Look, you're giving up Lurrus. Obviously that's powerful, but it's not really that good. I'm not a grindy deck. I'm not 1-for-1ing you. Though I did side in 2 cards that kind of do that. And if you've got a good sideboard card that's more expensive, totally legit. Oh, Lion's Eye Diamond as well, huh? So here's the interesting part. Wooded Foothills for Commercial District? I kind of think I do. I don't end up with blue mana. That's a downside. But on the upside, I just am one closer to Exploration or Fastbond. And I have Crucible to bring back Wooded Foothills if I need to. What is this? The card we sided in, or is this just a Ballista? Walking Ballista for 2. All right, yeah, I'm going to get Commercial District. It's just like an extra turn if I see something I don't like. I actually don't think Oliphant works either. All right. Exploration or Fastbond, please. Oh, Mishra's Research Desk. All right. I'm just going to play it, and I'll wait to crack it. It's till the end of your next turn, but I have no card I would want to play right now. So I'll just go ahead and chill. I'm going to take 4, maybe 5. Yeah, taking 5, so I go to 12. Next turn I take 6, going to 6, and this hits you. So I'm not dead next turn, but I'm dead in 2 turns for sure. And I've got to find something here. All right. Forest, Ketria, Triumph. I think I just get Forest. I don't think Ketria Triumph does too much for me. Yeah, there's Island, so it didn't really matter. All right, I guess I'm just going to go Mishra's Research Desk, use it. And because I have to use it now, I'm just going to play the Island, I guess. And I don't care too much about that Forest. All right, I'll exile Manamorphose. And next turn, let's see what I can do. How close am I to brain freezing for the win is actually an interesting question. I can't be that far away because I get to go Manamorphose. Yeah, all right. Manamorphose, Lion's Eye Diamond, cast Brain Freeze is 9, cast Regrowth and cast Brain Freeze. Yeah, I mean, it's not crazy far away, but... And I have the mana for that because of Lion's Eye Diamond. So, can Brain Freeze for 9 plus 15? 24. Well... Let's start with Manamorphose, and let's see. Blue, green, I guess. Lion's Eye Diamond. I could sail into the west. So what does that do for me? So I could sail into the west and hit Echo, but Echo doesn't do anything. I could sail into the west and sack Diamond for green. And then what would I get out of doing that? I guess what I would get out of doing that is if I hit Fastbond, I could play 1 land because of the Ballista. I'd have to hit Zuran Orb too. All right. I don't mind that. All right. Let's try to hit Fastbond plus Zuran Orb. And see what's going on here. Embark. Draw 7. I mean, I need to hit quite a bit more than that, but okay. I mean, this is a start. Zuran Orb. Land. And I guess I'm taking 6 down to -1, -5. It's going to be tough, but I can't quite Mystic Confluence those two, unfortunately. I can Once Upon a Time here. I guess I'll do that. I hit an island, and I guess past the turn, planning on doing some sacrificing. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to win, but I think this is my plan, because what I could draw is Echo of Eons. Let's see. If Tank puts Ballista up to 5, attacks for 7, 12, I have to sack 4 lands. I mean, yeah, I still could. Oh, I can't cast Echo because I can't get it into my graveyard. Yeah, I don't think this is going to work out. But we'll see. And if Tank has anything, I just die. Yeah, ended up being a little too slow at the gates here. Saw a decent amount of cards, but actually, I don't even really think I have outs here, but let's see what Tank does. Maybe I'll see what the expensive card is that they sided in. Ooh, here we go. March of Otherworldly Light. Yeah, we're dead. We're dead. All right. I really would like not to 0-3. Let's see if we can avoid that. Tarmogoyf does look good here. Ragavan on the play. I really just don't think I really want Ragavan here. I think I'm good. All right, I'm on the play. Let's go. I was excited when I saw Exploration Sail, but of course this hand doesn't work. This hand does. Okay, what are we doing here? We're keeping it, I think just binning Mystic Confluence and going Wooded Foothills into Forest. Cast Exploration, and then Commercial District looking for an untapped blue. That's an untapped blue. And then next turn I can go Triumph Spellseeker, or if Tank plays that Mox Pearl on turn 1, go for the Dak Faden on the Mox. Chrome Mox, that works too. The only downside is that my Dak will likely get attacked, but might still be worth it. Because my other option is to go to Fairy Time Raveler. Interesting. We have a counterspell up or something? Yeah, I'm just going to play the Dak. If it's Cathar Commando, attack Dak, that's fine. If it's a counterspell, that's also fine. I just have so much mana, and I'm going to draw a bunch of cards with Ancestral. So I think this is Containment Priest or Cathar Commando, yeah. And then play Ketria Triome. Because I also just don't want Tank to have more mana on turn 2. Now, no blue mana and Spellbook Vendor. Yeah, it's not like I was going to keep Dak alive forever. Dak gets attacked down, but then I go Spellseeker, draw. I mean, the Research Desk will be good at some point, but I don't need it now. I'm just going to Ancestral. I could Mystical, but I can't cast Echo yet anyway, so let's just Ancestral. There's Mystical. But I kind of think I just regrowth the Ancestral. And then pass, and then Ancestral. At some point I will cast Echo, but like, we're cruising now. All right. Well, I'd be surprised if I lost this game, but I've said that before. I mean, I just have a lot of mana and a lot of cards. At this point, if Exploration or Chrome Mox gets blown up by Cathar Commando, I don't care. Elegant Parlor, sure. No More Lies. Yeah, that's a good sideboard card. So Spellbook Vendor, pay 1 to make the Cathar Commando into a 4/2 possibly. Yeah. The other option would be to make the Spellbook Vendor a 3/3. I'm gonna chump the Cathar Commando. I don't mind having Spellseeker in my deck when I Echo, and I think this is a pretty good, saving 4 life is pretty good. I'm not, with the Spellbook Vendor in play, my Spellseeker's never going to block anything like profitably. Let's just draw. I don't need to Mystical here. Oh, I don't mind a Lotus Cobra. It's Ancestral. Okay, let's start with Cobra because it's break even here. I could play Crucible. It's going to get blown up by Cathar Commando, presumably. Let's see, add blue. I think I want to set up the Echo. So I'm going to play Crucible just to give a tempting target for that Cathar Commando. Could also blow up Exploration, which I would be okay with. Either way, getting the Cathar Commando out of here is fine with me. But it's kind of hard to blow up Exploration, because Crucible, Fastbond, Zuran Orb is the combo. Blowing up a piece of it, that an Exploration that's not a piece of that actual combo, is a little rough. So I think that Tank, this is going to Tank about this, but I would find it challenging to blow up Exploration and just lose to Zuran or Fastbond Crucible. So it's worth thinking, because if you blow up the Exploration, the Crucible doesn't do anything this turn, but I'm also fine with that if that's what happens. Oh, it's March exiling Oust on the Lotus Cobra. Sure, that's fine. That makes sense too. Wooded Foothills, Mishra's Research Desk. Pass the turn. I'm going to take 7 this turn, so that's a pretty good chunk. Well, at least 6. I mean, I'm assuming maybe 7 if you pay for the Spellbook Vendor. I'm going to get some scries that don't matter because I'm planning on casting a draw 7 here. And then I'm going to go crack Wooded Foothills, get Mountain. Or maybe I get Forest because that way Oliphant still does something. All right. Yeah, I don't really need the land. It's probably not going to come up, but I figure might as well. Crack Research Desk first. Forest, Satyr, Wayfinder. All right, I'll exile the Satyr Wayfinder. And then I'm going to Mystical Tutor. for Echo of Eons. That is going to be my plan here. Or I could sail. Sail away, sail away. No, Echo seems good. I have a lot of mana still. Oh, yeah. I wonder if actually I should have waited on the Mystical so I could Mystical main phase Satyr Wayfinder it. But this seems fine. Okay, and the thing is, Tank really doesn't want to blow up something with Cathar Commando because that robs him of like half his pressure. Play a land. Oh, I don't think I want to pay a life to play Wooded Foothills. I'll just play the Echo here. Okay, these are some cards, that's for sure. Play a land again. I don't have up too much. I guess actually if I was going to play Wayfinder, I guess I should have done that first. And I think I am going to play Wayfinder, but that's all right. Because it just is a nice little blocker. Satyr Wayfinder. All right, just milling 4, sure. And then I think I Flame Slash the Spellbook Vendor. Because if I Flame Slash the Cathar Commando, it just... I also did not tap that right. That's okay. Going a little too fast, too furious here. I think Flame Slashing the Cathar Commando and letting Tank sack it seems kind of bad. Oh, I didn't use the mana end of turn. That's huge. Because now I'm going to be able to Subtlety Thalia here. Ooh, I'm going to DAC that Mox. Is my plan. I guess end of turn I will just get Mountain off Foothills. Okay, Lotus Petal does mean I have to worry about blue spells now. No More Lies is one of the cards we saw. I'm still at 9 though. I mean, I'm doing pretty well on life total. And what is my plan here? Thalia, yeah. I'm going to Subtlety the Thalia, I think. Actually, you know what? I'm not. And here's the reason I'm not. I would have to pitch either my win condition, Brain Freeze, which I don't think I can really do. This deck has a little bit of trouble winning without it. Though I guess if I assemble the actual infinite combo, maybe not. And I feel like with Ancestral, Mystic Confluence, and Subtlety, and this much mana, I can actually win the game without with a Thalia in play. At some point I'll deal with it or get infinite mana and just kind of bulldoze through it. I think upkeep I'm going to sack the Foothills just because I only have one mountain. Actually, I've got some forest left to get. Let's just draw. Oh, Courser, that's nice. So let's start with the Courser, actually. Tapping the green. And I have mana up for basically all the things I need it for. Fastbond, I do like that one. And but I feel like I can get Fastbond pretty easily at this point, and the Cathar Commando threatens to blow up Fastbond Crucible. All right, so just getting the Courser. Yeah, that's fine. I'll go get my mountain. And I can play the Wooded Foothills from the graveyard. Like if I cast Subtlety, I can't also cast... I do have a land left to get here. I could cast DAC and Subtlety. I can cast Mystic Confluence and Ancestral. I'm at 8. I think I'll just pass now with Mystic Confluence Ancestral up. Or Subtlety, whatever of those. I don't need to cast DAC Fade in here. I'm not in dire straits. I could cast Subtlety to block the Thalia, but I don't think that that's what I want to do. There's just too many ways that goes wrong, and I leave the Mystic Confluence shields down. And the tank's going to have to do something here, I would assume. 4 cards in hand still. End of turn, I'm going to crack Wooded Foothills because there's only one target left, so I kind of have to do that. Cast Ancestral, and potentially cast Mystic Confluence. I really don't want to get hit by No More Lies, so I guess I would rather not, though. I guess Mystic Confluence basically always gets hit by No More Lies, because it costs 6 to cast, and you have to pay an additional 3 on top of it. I have 8 untapped, not 9. But end of turn Ancestral would be good. I kind of want Tank to just play a creature, and then I can just slam Subtlety. All right, well, that's fine. Go to 5. Get my Forest. So my deck is Fastbond, Mystical, Regrowth is nice. Tarmogoyf, see, would actually be good here. Ancestral Recall myself. Flame Slash is in the graveyard, but hopefully I can find something to do with that, or like a Regrowth or something. And I also have this Echo, so it's not like I'm not drawing to the bottom. Like, it's not like I'm going to run out of the cards to play here. And 4 cards in hand. Can't be Spell Queller. The other thing is Tank stopped using Luris. I guess Teferi is already one thing we've seen, and maybe that was it. But okay, and then I'll cast Once Upon a Time. Go find my Tarmogoyf. Yeah. And the reason is, yeah, I'm the combo deck, and I'm playing against a deck that's got a Thalia in play, but I just don't need to go, again, too fast, too furious here. Let's just play this. Now I can cast Mystic Confluence through No More Lies, and I can cast Subtlety plus Mystic Confluence. So, and Tarmogoyf's a 6/7 here. What I'm hoping is that Tank doesn't have March of Otherworldly Light, but I kind of feel like that also would have gotten cast by now. Maybe not, though. Yeah, this looks like it. Okay. March is fine. What I think I'm going to do now that March has been used, is if Thalia attacks, I'm just going to cast Subtlety and try to block. Would have been nice to Subtlety a creature, but at this point, I also don't want to get into the range of dying to a burn spell. Cast Subtlety. Because also if I ambush Thalia here, which kind of looks like I'm going to get to do, yeah, then I don't have to pay extra on my spells, which means now I can cast spells and even maybe pay for No More Lies at some point here. I also don't mind picking a fight here and getting my Confluence countered, because I get to untap and just do a bunch of good things. So if this is like a Luris or something. Oh, what is this? Thieving Skydiver X equals 3. All right. Counter, draw. And I kind of feel like I'm going to get hit by No More Lies here, but I'm okay with that. I can't pay. Oh, no. All right. That was your opportunity to do that. Oh, interesting. Let's draw. Manamorphose. I've got to win this turn one way or another. Let's start with Dak, because I'm actually going to Dak the Lotus Petal here. Obviously, Tank's going to sack it for blue. I'm going to pass through attacks. Use the mana or not. I'm not going to bother attacking. Obviously, against haste things, that's really bad. I'm going to regrow the Zuran Orb. And then I'm going to cast Fastbond. And I'll have Fastbond Zuran Orb. And Crucible. And that should do it. Okay, I mean, if you want to go through this, we'll go through this for a little bit. Yeah, it looks... Game 3, end of the draft. Certainly don't blame anyone for wanting to see what's up here. Stop resizing, please. Magic Online, I love it. I really, honestly, truly love Magic Online. It does some weird things sometimes. All right, let's play land. Always yield to Fastbond. Without a Cobra in play, it's actually pretty fast, too. It's faster. You make mana faster without Cobra in play, funnily enough. Manamorphose. Storm count 5, storm count 6. I have 4 cards left. I think I have a spell left. Let's draw a card. Mystical Tutor. My last cards are Oliphant and Land, and then Brain Freeze You for 24. And if that doesn't work, I'll cast Echo of Eons. But I imagine this will do the trick. Boom. And power sinks in. All right. I think we may have gotten it. Looks like. And I guess I just pass with Echo. I mean, I'll play the Fiery Islet, sure. And pass the turn. And there we go. Salvage the 1 and 2. And let's check in on the team. Unfortunately, we had a 2-1, a 2-1, a 1-2, and an 0-3. The Esper deck that looked bad was bad and went 0-3. But with the other two good-looking decks going 1-2 or 2-1, and unfortunately me going 1-2, I still feel like this deck was a little better than that, but it doesn't always happen. As always, I appreciate you hanging out with me as I plumb the depths of Fastbonds and Exploration. But getting the whole Fastbond Exploration Crucible combo is nice, and I think this deck actually came together really nicely. I wouldn't really change a whole lot. All right, that'll do it for today. I'll be back with another draft tomorrow, and as always, I'll see you then. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel, and you won't miss a single draft.